the best battery of any desirable flagship on the market. But is it enough to warrant the upgrade? It's 4 months later from launch, and it's time to see if the critters were right. This is the iPhone 13 Pro Max. The device comes with the same Apple design identity. We could say that this is an edited iPhone 13 Pro Max. The stainless steel and glass design is elegant and eye-catching. The device is IP68 water and dust resistant. Aside from the new color, there are 3 main differences between this device and the previous version. The first one is a smaller notch, but with the same mechanism. The notch is enhanced, where some of the sensors have been merged together. The notch's minimization is apparent. According to Apple, the notch is 20% smaller. But is this an upgrade? No, not at all. I mean, we don't get any more usability out of the corners because Apple hasn't updated in any way to give us a battery percentage indicator or more info about notifications or anything like that. They just enlarged the size of the icons that were already there. I suppose you do get a little extra room when watching videos in full screen. But it's really not a big enough of an upgrade that Apple deserves any sort of praise for. It is a great step from Apple, but we hope for the day that Apple uses an under-the-display front-facing camera and a side fingerprint sensor. The cameras are bigger, which is logical and happens with all devices. The cameras withdraw more light and supports better stabilization. The screen now supports 120 Hz refresh rate. Finally, to someone that uses high refresh rate monitors for gaming and is very sensitive to changes in frame rate, getting to use iOS with a 120 Hz display feels so good. The refresh rate changes depending on the content and supported frames. Users can't change or edit the refresh rate. Photography has been enhanced, and it could be the biggest enhancement with this device using the camera app. Or you can use it with the Pro Photography apps found in the App Store. I am not talking Snapchat and Instagram, as these apps use software more than hardware. There's no significant difference in these apps' performance between the 13 Pro Max and 12 Pro Max. Each camera provides better performance in light, with draw up to 92%. This is a huge difference. The ultra-wide camera now shows more details. The periscope camera now supports up to 3x optical zoom instead of 2.5x with the 12 Pro Max. And now for the first time, it supports macro photography. New macro mode is super fun to play with. The ultra-wide camera on the rear now has autofocus and can focus on something up to like 2 centimeters away. The new device supports cinematic video, which is a great feature. I think Apple introduced it better than all competition. You can shoot video using Dolby Vision HDR with 4K at 60 frames per second. But the iPhone 13 Pro 128GB version doesn't support this feature, as it only supports Dolby Vision HDR 1080p at 30 frames per second. It could be because of the limited storage or something else from Apple. You can also record 4K at 60 frames per second ProRes videos, which is excellent for content creators. You can benefit from this using Apple's ecosystem of apps. The CPU inside is the new A15 Bionic. Apple's CPU are known to offer better architecture, build, and better performance than competition. The CPU comes with 6 cores, 2 of them are high performance and 2 are highly efficient. Any task that is considered heavy-duty is a breeze with this CPU. The device comes with 5 GPU cores and 16 cores with the Neural Engine. The CPU, GPU, and Neural Engine provide an amazing experience with the device's iOS. The device runs iOS 15. iOS 15 is now available to download for all supported devices, starting from iPhone 6 and newer. According to Apple, the battery offers better performance, and it is bigger than before. The reason the battery is so good is for 2 reasons. First of all, the iPhone 13 Pro Max is a slight bit thicker and heavier than last year's Pro Max, because Apple put a bigger 4352 mAh battery in this phone. Now that's actually at the lower end of the spectrum for a 6.5-inch phone like this. The S21 Ultra, for example, has a 5000 mAh battery. And that's where the new A15 Bionic CPU comes in, and on tech, has written a fantastic article on power and efficiency of the A15. The battery lasts for 2.5 hours, more than the 12 Pro Max. The 13 Pro comes with a 1.5-hour better battery, and the device supports charging with 20 watts. The previous 12 Pro Max supports 5G networks, but the new generation supports dual 5G embedded SIM. Or you can use a physical card and an embedded SIM. Ludicrous battery life and the video quality. So what it comes down to is this if you're coming from an older phone. The iPhone 13 Pro Max is an easy recommendation. If not, you might want to hold off until next year. Hope you liked the video, and thanks for watching.